It's kind of about the same concept. This is a version of a REM pod in a way. What TR has here is more commonly used REM pod. Probably stuff that's what you see on Ghost Adventures and most of your shows.
When some narrow go off.
Yeah, yeah.
You good?
Yeah, go ahead, TR.
Okay, this is a REM pod. You see, everybody seen this on TV? Got a little switch in here. You turn it on, push the little button, set the range, and you get close to it, it goes off. All right, because we're using electromagnetic fields. That's what we believe the ghosts are using, and they can talk to you through this. When we first started investigating, we had this, the K2 meter. That's what we started with, and then we worked our way up. Also, we have over here, this is another like a K2 meter, with little lights flash, and it has a little gauge on there, it tells you how much. You know, these are like $10 online. Yeah. Some of this stuff gets pretty expensive.
It does.
This here is just a plain old recorder I got at Walmart. About $20. And this is like one of the most important tools you guys can have.
Doing your EVP sessions, whenever you talk, ask if anyone's here. You definitely want to have a recorder. TR's like me. I personally like the Sony brand. You can get real cheap ones offline, and you can get really. I mean, some of these can run up $200. I think this one here was about $30.
Yeah, that's $30, Walmart.
Of course, Sony builds everything great.
Yeah.
So.
So tell me what it is. Some people might not know.
All right, EVP is something that I think we have. some-
Electronic voice
Phenomenal.
That's-
Yeah.
It's a voice. You'll hear something on here. Like
The human
someone
ear
say,
can't
"Help."
help but pick it up.
And you play it back later with a pair of headphones, or you can just turn it on with a speaker real loud, and you can hear it say, help, or leave, or whatever they decide to tell you. Sometimes they'll say sentences, which is rare, but it has happened. Like, get out of here, or something, mostly. They tell you that all the time.
Right.
They don't like me or something.
We've been told to get out of many places.
I've been told to get out loud. This here is what they call a static detector, real simple. It has a 9-volt battery, little circuit board in there, and it's kind of like a REM pod. If you get close to it, see the light come on. If you rub your head on the carpet, it'll really light up real good. Also, little flashlights, guys. Always have a flashlight when you go. Okay, they're helpful. Got some of these touch flashlights where you just touch it and it comes on. Pretty cool. Spirit box. Everybody heard those, right? You get about $15, $20 online.
A little more than
Huh?
that. They're a little more than that.
It's like 70.
Who's giving a presentation?
I've seen some of them.
I don't want to get them to get their hopes up.
I've seen some of them as cheap as like $30 now.
Yeah.
They've got many newer versions of this, but the most common used one, even though they have like the SB11, this is the SB7. It's still the most common used one. The SB11 is a neat one, but it's about the size of that about the size of this here, the Eddie. It's got so many different functions, it's just confusing. This is your basic spirit box. It's really easy. Take about 30 minutes, you've got it mastered.
What it does, it plays radio stations forward and backwards, and you can speed it up and slow it down. And the theory is you can hear them talk in between the white noise. Okay, so it's always going, you guys hear that on TV a lot? That's what these things do.
What it's doing, like TR said, is scanning through radio frequencies, and like in a second it probably scans through 5 to 10. I mean, depends on what speed rate you have it set on. So it's changing radio frequencies just as quick as it can, depending on the speed rate. So if you have a voice or a sentence that comes across like, get out of here, you definitely know you have something paranormal talking to you, for the simple fact that the chances of a radio station's lining up words perfectly like that would be almost impossible, because it's already gone through 10 to 15 different channels but you got one constant voice coming across the white noise, so. It's kinda like doing an EVP session, but you get to talk to them directly, instead of having to listen to your recorder later.
A lot of people sees that also kind of like a Ouija board too.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, I can see the similarities to it. Just hope you're not bringing no demon across it. But external speakers, important. The SB7 is a great device, but the speaker in it's so small, you just cannot hear it. So the external speaker, and any good quality external speaker will do, just to amplify it so you can hear it better.
Hey, see the periscope like on TV? That's what that is. It'll go off if you touch it, and that's pretty cool, right? These things go off all the time upstairs. This is a plasma box, but it's basically one of these, but it's electronic. This thing runs about $500. Yeah, and we use an external Wi-Fi speaker to go with it, so you can hear it better, but it seems to be giving me problems today. Yeah. Also, you guys know what an obelisk is? Obelisk 5. This is a pretty good tool. It's about $300.
Yes.
And it just,
That's what
all it does is tell you words, whatever the environmental conditions are. And you can walk around with it, and it'll say words and stuff. You ask it, say, you know someone's name in this room. Sometimes it'll tell you. Sometimes it won't. A lot of times it won't.
I've had it to do that for me. I have, I walk in the room and then it'll say my name.
Yeah.
The theory is it's the entity or the spirit using that to give you words and talk to you.
And then what you can do after your investigation tonight, you can go and plug it into your computer and download everything that it said. It also has like memory banks and a little radar thing on here where it can scan ghosts and different frequencies and stuff around you.
So yeah, it's kind of like Paranormal 5.
Yeah. something like that. Yeah. It says Robert, Derek, and arrived.
Robert and Derek's arrived. Any Robert and Derek's here? Okay, well,
All right.
maybe there's some people up front we don't
I
see yet.
have a feeling it could be somebody we don't even see.
And it might
They're
be.
all in the building now.
Okay, this is the Eddie Plus. Pretty cool tool. 5 tools in one. It's about $300. Up here at the top, it does temperature. Okay, it tells you the temperature goes up with blue light, temperature goes up with a red light. It takes readings every 30 seconds. So you go out there and you set this down on the floor and walk away. It also has a vibration sensor down here. So you can record footsteps around it, okay? Pretty neat, right? Also, this little color bar here, it's like your K2 meters. It has different lights, and the stronger, the more of the lights, the stronger the field. It also has pressure and humidity. We've had all 4 lights go off. 2 lights at the same time, and back and forth. You ask a question, like at the hall, we've been doing it so long that we got them used to this equipment. They will sum up, you ask a yes or no question, and they will answer. If you ask them to turn the red light up, they will turn the red light up, the heat. So they could, we've learned that there's enough evidence now that the temperature, if you ask them to do that, they can control the temperature around them. Also, they can control if you want them to see you. If they want you to see them, they will let you do that. It's pretty interesting. Also, little camcorder. You gotta have one of these that walk around. One with it doesn't have to be real expensive. We got this offline, and it has a little IR factor. Who knows what IR is? Infrared.
It's
Okay.
infrared. And that's something you definitely want with any type of video recording you have.
It's the infrared.
You want to make sure it has infrared, and then you buy external infrared lights. I mean, these are good, but to get a good distance far away, you want to put an external light with it. The only thing is, you can't use the external lights with non-infrared cameras. I think this little camera here was about 49 bucks. Been a great camera. It's got good infrared lights on it. We always just put an extra one with it, just to make sure we can see for a good distance. Worst thing is, usually I'm the cameraman and I'm walking around watching the camera. I need it pretty bright so I'm not bumping into tripping stuff, because you can't do a flashlight camera at the same time. So, but the infrared lights, they're real cheap. I think this little light here, I bought it from Walmart.com. I think it was like 20 bucks. So, and it's been good. We've had it almost 2 years now. It's been a real good light. Never has failed us. This is just another version of the infrared light. I think I paid, this one might have been cheaper. I think it was like 10 bucks. 9-volt battery. Usually a battery a night, but it does a pretty good job.
Anybody know what dowsing rods are? All right.